If you own DJI Action 6, there are a few accessories that can completely transform the way you shoot. These accessories have become essential in my setup. Let's start with something that every action camera owner struggles with: the battery life. No matter how good your camera is, once your battery are dead, that's it. And that's why I've been really enjoying this brand new Telezine power bank. It has a built-in 10,000 mAh battery and 2 charging slots specifically for DJI Action batteries. So even if you are outdoors and far away from any power outlets, you can quickly recharge your camera batteries and continue filming. But it gets even better. You can also use it as a regular power bank for your smartphone, cameras, or any other multiple devices at the same time. For summer adventures, road trips, camping, for all-day hiking, this is honestly a perfect solution. Small, practical, and super useful. But if you are going to camp for the whole day, you might need something a bit bigger. For overnight camping and longer adventures, I highly recommend this All Powers R1500 Lite. It's a portable power station. I've actually been using All Powers products since 2022 when I bought their solar panels. And last year, they literally saved me during a 24 hours blackout in Spain. My apartment was the only one in the building with the internet and lights. I could even help my neighbors recharge their phones so they could contact their relatives. So yes, I have a lot of trust in this brand. The R1500 Lite offers a massive 1 kilowatt battery capacity with 1500 watt output power. That means you can power laptops, Wi-Fi routers, refrigerators, cameras, and many other devices. And honestly, the price that it surprised me. A 1 kilowatt battery with 1500 watts of output costs only around $350. That's an incredible value. And because of their Prime Day discount, there might be even more discounts coming. I will leave the links in the description below. Now let's move from power to probably my favorite summer accessory for the DJI Action 6. This Telezine floating remote selfie stick with tripod. And this thing is seriously cool. It has a built-in Bluetooth remote that can connect directly to your DJI Action 6 or DJI Action 5 Pro. So you can start and stop recording, switch shooting modes, and control your camera remotely. And yes, you can do all of that underwater at a depth of up to 15 meters. Imagine snorkeling or scuba diving and changing shooting modes or zoom level without touching the camera itself. That's incredibly convenient. The selfie stick is also super lightweight and mostly important, it floats. So if you accidentally drop your camera while snorkeling, the stick keeps it floating on the surface. I also love the bright orange color. It is very easy to spot in the water or on the beach. And for the extra safety, there are wrist strap. The tripod is surprisingly stable too. You can place it on the sand, grass, rocks, pretty much anywhere. It pairs with all DJI Action cameras and pair almost instantly. And if it doesn't work for some reason, maybe you gave it to your friends or it connects with other cameras, simply press and hold the mode switch button and the record button for a few seconds simultaneously to refresh the connection. I've been using the selfie stick for a few seasons now. It's very stable, feels premium, and honestly, I'm super happy with it. But for the best Bluetooth connection underwater, I recommend using it together with this accessory. This is a Telezine underwater housing case for DJI Action 6. It's also available for DJI Action 5 Pro. It allows you to connect your camera directly to the selfie stick without using the metal mounting frame in between. And why does it matter? Because the metal mount can sometimes interfere with the Bluetooth signal. Without it, the connection between the camera and the remote is much more stable. And of course, the main reason to buy this case, it allows you to take your camera underwater for up to 40 meters depth. So whether you are snorkeling, free diving, or scuba diving, your camera stays fully protected. It's basically the perfect companion for the floating selfie stick. And finally, if you want your summer footage to look more cinematic, you definitely need proper filters. I've been using the thread-based ND and CPL filters. They are perfectly for filming on boats, on the beach, while cycling, riding motorcycles, driving cars, or any outdoors activity with bright sunlight and reflection. I know, snap-on filters are very convenient and popular, but from an image quality perspective, I prefer the thread-based filters, those that needs to be screwed on the camera, not snapped, because there is no extra glass layer between the filters and your camera lens protector. That means fewer reflection and better image quality. Cleaner footage, sharper footage, more cinematic footage. And if you would like to know exactly how this ND and CPL filters works, I prepared a more detailed explanation right here. So actually CPL filter can be also useful not only near the water sources or reflective surfaces, but also, for example, if you want to change slightly the intensity of the sky. Let me show you. I will just put the camera like this and pay attention on the sky. I'm start rotating the bezel, and you can notice how the sky also is changing its colors to more intense blue or to less intense blue. That's also another function of CPL filters that might help you to make the footage much better. Let me give you even more examples using the CPL filter near the water source. So I'm just coming now to the lake. Let me also decalibrate slightly the bezel and the polarization angle. As you can see that since I'm rotating it, the polarization level is also changing. And now let me just point the camera to the water. So since I starting the rotating of the bezels, as you can see that more sun reflective appears and disappears from the video. So the CPL alt filter also will allow you to remove some polarization level and this unwanted reflection from your face. For example, after walking, after hiking, you might be slightly sweat. The CPL filter will help you to deal with it. And here is a test of ND32 filters with DJI Action 6. So today is pretty sunny day. I'm filming now in 4K and 60 FPS. The only reason of filming in 60 FPS is that I wanted to smooth out the possible jittering that might appear when you are filming with ND filters, for example, for vlogging. Because when you attach the camera to the motorcycle or to the car, normally the road is very smooth and you are not going to see any shaking. But if you are walking with the camera and you want to use ND filters to have a stable light, it's better to film in 60 FPS. So I set the camera to 4K 60 FPS, I set my shutter speed to 1/120 and the ISO is now at the level of 400. Because of it is a DJI Action 6, it has a variable aperture. The aperture has been set to 2.6, actually the lowest one that fits great for ND filters, and this is ND32. Okay, let me show you how the camera will film with ND filters when you are moving. So now I'm just walking, it's my regular walk, approximately 5 kilometers per hour. Not doing anything weird, just holding the camera in front of my face. So actually the best indicator after you attach the ND filters to see if you configured properly the video parameters. As you can see, at the top right corner, you have the exposure value indicator that now is saying me that it is minus 0.7 exposure value. For example, when I start moving myself to another direction, yeah, the indicator now is saying that this is minus 1.7 exposure value. It means it is too dark. And perhaps we need to think either to use another ND filters while filming in the area like this, or just to remove ND filters and just go like completely auto mode. So again, just give you an example that now I'm using ND16. I just switched from ND32. And now I'm entering again the sunny area. So my exposure value indicator now is showing me that it is already plus 1 exposure value. It means that the areas are super overexposed already. And I see it is growing to 1.3 overexposed. But once I turn the camera towards myself, actually the exposure value has been dropped to 0.7. It means that actually for the conditions like this and D16, and also using ISO 800 with shutter speed 1/120 while filming in 4K and 60 FPS can be quite usable. So guys, there are some of my favorite accessories for DJI Action 6 and DJI Action 5 Pro. And I have even more interesting accessories to review in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, bye.